Two 23-year-old women in China this week have set a record, living 12 days in a room with 888 deadly snakes. They now hold a place, a coveted place, in the Guinness Book of World Retard.
What about this joke?
Alex Trebek set a Guinness World Record for most game shows hosted. The previous record holder was Who Gives a
Is that a game show host? Oh, how about this? College freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of Retards. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Why are these dirty?
Little one, you've been away so long, and I need you now more than forever.
Ready, set.
My dad died, and my grandfather died, and my great-grandfather died, and the guy before him, I don't know, probably died. I come from a long line of death. That's my point. That's my point.
Like I've noticed on your special, you do have a lot of bits that are very funny, but like very dark as far as the death and growing old and disease and things like that. One of the funniest goddamn things you were saying was, your odds of getting attacked by a terrorist are 1,000,000 to 1, but your heart attacking you. It's just somebody, your heart attacks you. The heart's not.
What are the odds of your heart attacking you?
Your
That was
heart
great.
attacking you.
I thought that was offensive.
It was very
well,
offensive.
the people who've had heart attacks, Carl, it's a good point.
Offensive.
Funny to us.
It's too soon.
But like,
you think about it, what's the odds that a terrorist will attack and kill you? Almost zero, But what are the odds that you will be attacked and killed by your own heart?
Where is that? Like, where are you as far as that goes? Are you authentically petrified of the end or of falling apart? Which
I shouldn't think about it as much as I do.
You do? Do you lay there?
I go fucking. I get a lot of tests done.
Do you? Yeah,
like
make sure everything's cool. Your cholesterol.
This happened to me one time. Because, people say, oh, you're a hypochondriac and shit, but I'm like, no, fuck, that's not it. It's like the only chance you got is early detection. That's all you got. And so I used to go to the Mayo Clinic, in Rochester, Minnesota, every year, and I would have, this is what I would do. Because I don't, this is what doctors do. They'll just fucking, you go, hey, I got a cough. That's probably a cold.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just brush everything off, especially if they know
that's
you're a hypochondriac.
That's what they told Jim Henson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So what I would do is I'd go to this is what happened to me. I went to Rochester Mayo Clinic, and I would exaggerate all my symptoms. So I go to the stomach guy. He goes, "What do you got?" I go, "I fucking shitting blood. I'm coughing up blood." He goes, "Holy fuck!" So he'd give me a full thing. I wanted to make sure I got a full thing. So every fucking guy, blood was coming out of my nose and ears and my asshole and everything. So anyways. Just so I get a full, clean bill of health. So I did, and then that's when I'm most happy, is just when I'm walking out of that place.
Now, how long does that last?
Doesn't last long, because obviously 2 days later, the fucking thing can start. But then, a fucking 6 months later, I decided, I never had insurance before, so I decided to get life insurance. Couldn't get it, right? And so I fucking said, why the fuck can't I get, nobody will accept me for life insurance. Anyway, it turns out that the life insurance people are privy to all the doctor's notes.
Oh, so you were saying...
They got the doctor's notes. Even though I had a clean bill of health, they go, this guy's shitting blood. Fucking blood everywhere,
I can insure this motherfucker.
Yeah. So they said he must have some unknown disease.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So it took me a long time, and then finally I had to get that fucking Ed McMahon life insurance. Those guys are like, hey, man, will nobody fucking give you life insurance on account of you're fucking old and sick and going to die? Here, we'll give it to you, $1 a month.
If you're 65 or older, you could get term life insurance.
Yeah.
And then it says doesn't kick in for 3 years, premiums, you know.
Plus, imagine if you're the fucking guy that's asked to do that commercial.
And it's like, and no medical tests. We won't ask any medical questions.
Imagine you're an actor, like you're fucking like Robert Wagner, and you know that's like, hey man, do you think about death every fucking day like me? Did you never fucking think of taking care of your family at any point?
Until right now when you're on your deathbed?
Until now?
Holy shit, man. Yeah, I did notice during the special there were a lot of those things, but you make them fun. It's very rare that you could use the word cancer in a bit and actually make it funny.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure if the cancer dies, I mean, if you die, the cancer also dies at exactly the same time. So that, to me, is not a loss, that's a draw. That's a, you know what I mean? It was just, no, I'm not like, that's not what I talk about in stand-up. That was just a certain period of time.
No, that's what I mean. You know, it's
thinking about shit like that.
Do you, I noticed because I'm very bad with me being alone with my own thoughts at night. A lot of times if I'm just in a quiet room without the TV on, like I'll just think too much to go to sleep. Yes. And it could be anything. It could be like, oh, there's a kind of a program I want to maybe work on tomorrow on the computer. Or it could be, hey, I wonder when I'll die. You know, and that. So I like having the TV on just for that. Are you good with your own thoughts, just laying there in the quiet?
I'm no good.
No?
I try to, because you know, you try something to get off the whatever the fuck you'd use to quiet your mind. You know, whether it's booze or whatever the fuck pills, whatever it is. But I try meditation, try that, you know. To me, it worked the opposite. Like I'm sitting in a room of people, they go, just close your eyes. They go, thoughts will happen. No fucking kidding. Racing hellish thoughts, you know. And then the guy's like, just let them go. I'm like, ah. And then you open your eyes, you look at some other fuckers right beside you. And I tried it 3 times. I could never get to any place of quiet.
No, I need a lot of distractions, and I could still operate and work. Like I could make myself, you know, go to sleep, or if I'm working on a computer or something. I'm good with the TV on or something like that. But I need this constant little distraction because if you're just left alone to your own devices, your thoughts will turn horrid.
I stumped a fucking psychiatrist once. I said to the guy, because I was fucking gambling all the time, shit, right? I had a gambling addiction. I'm over it now, but shit. But he said...
I bet you're not.
That's a good one. He almost lost everything.
Oh, shit.
You haven't met Chip.
Yes, Chip Chipperson is very funny.
But he said, the psychiatrist, he said, you're using gambling, you're fixating on gambling in order to escape your real thoughts, you know? And I said to him, isn't that why you do everything in life? And literally, I stumped him.
He had no answer.
He was like, ah. And then he recovered and tried to make it. But isn't that why you do everything?
Yes.
So you're not sitting at home
just thinking
about what's really going to happen to us?
where it all ends?
Norm, are you in therapy at all?
No.
Really?
Psychotherapy?
Yeah. Have you ever sat with a therapist and?
No, I don't believe in psychotherapy.
You don't?
No.
Really? Why is that?
Because I've read psychotherapists.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with their...
do you do your own psychoanalysis?
I have my own beliefs.
Right. But do you spend a lot of time in sort of self-reflection and...
Yes.
Do
I ruminate.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a theory that that people are in deep denial of death.
Right.
And I'm not.
You know you don't want to.
No, I think most people don't think they're going to die.
Well, you know it's funny that you say that because just even in the last week I'm like, nobody really thinks they're going to die.
Yeah.
Like you just can't get your head around it because you're so busy living.
Right.
Like,
it's almost impossible to comprehend.
Right.
And everything you see is living. Even if someone else dies, it's always a shock because they've always been alive. Yeah. So it's very hard. It is a hard thing to wrap your mind around. I'll be doing a lot of this at Cobb's Comedy Club.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I still try to make you tired.
Haunts me.
Because the thought of not existing, you know, it's like, you know
Really?
what the new thing they call it is? Dirt nap.
Good God, Larry.
That's what they call it, a dirt nap.
You would not say that on Hulu.
No, I wouldn't say it, but I'd say it here.
When I die, I want my body donated to science. But more specifically, a scientist who is working on bringing dead guys back to life.
Oh, that's just, is that funny at all? That's just a statement.
Can I calm your fears about death?
Yeah, please.
You
Be
and-
serious. Are you being
I'm
serious?
being completely serious. Because I used to be, as he knows, obsessed with it.
Oh, yeah,
And I would
currently,
ruminate
yeah.
it all night on it. And then I came to a realization that you and death will never intersect. As long as you're here, death is not. As long as death is there, you are not.
Yeah, but since you know it's coming.
Don't you want to live forever?
You bet.
Don't you want to cross that river?
Yeah, I
Don't you
wanna.
want to kiss tomorrow now?
Do you believe you go somewhere?
Sure.
Where do you go?
Well, first they put you in a big black car. And by golly, everybody's dressed in their best Sunday go-to-meeting clothes. It's good to be alive, you know what I mean, isn't it? That's what I say. That's what I like.
I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, you know. Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki or Rabu. Something like that. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. This is a word of advice.
Never been anything in the history of the ESPYs better than his monologue. So I want to go back there for a second with Norm. Thank you for making time for us. What do you remember most about all of that ESPYs thing that you did that made everyone uncomfortable and was hugely great, and instead of celebrated, got everyone mad?
Oh, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Norm.
No, this is what happened. I'm sure you guys have been to the ESPYs.
Yes.
No.
And, it's a lot of fun. They'll go like, and now, for best football team, you know, and the guy that won the Super Bowl, you know. So they get an award. And so I was doing my stand-up, but the audience is like 90% just New Yorkers, you know. And then right at the first few rows are all the athletes. And so the New Yorker guys liked me. But stupidly, I didn't realize that they were showing pictures like behind me of you know, Ken Griffey scowling and stuff, you know, because they all hated my, you know, they all hated my jokes.
John Elway was mad. Did you actually say why the long face to John Elway?
I was against that joke. That was Will Ferrell. He said, "Get some teeth" or something like that. I don't know what he said. Why the long face? I did say, but that's okay. But no, Will took on his teeth, and I was like, "Oh, don't do that."
Who was most upset with you after that night?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Really?
Did he say
Yeah,
something?
they told me, like after the show, they were, you know, there's this big party, and they were always like, you know, all through the show, this party's going to be great. And then at the end, I go, "Where's that party?" And they're like, "Nah, I probably should just go back to the hotel."
That's how you learned that you were not invited to Ken Griffey Jr.'s party?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you remember most about that night? Is there one joke that you're particularly proud of, and you tend to be someone who doesn't, you know, you don't do a lot of reveling in the past. You move on. But is there anything in particular that you are proud of there?
Well, Woodson won the Heisman that year.
It's a good joke.
And so I said, they could never take that away from you unless you kill your wife and await her.
It's so good, man. It's such a good joke. It really is.
Were people mad at the ESPYs? I find that 8-minute stretch you did as one of the greatest things ever. I mean, the look on
Well,
people.
they were mad, yeah. But
They
I
were
didn't realize
so
it.
uncomfortable.
I didn't realize it at the time because, like, the ESPYs, like, it's in Radio City Music Hall, so 95% of the audience is just New Yorkers. And then right in the front, it's 4 rows or something, are all the athletes,
Yeah, like
right?
Dean Smith is giving you like that tisk, how dare you? Who the hell is this guy?
I know, but me, like an idiot, I never saw that because I didn't have monitors or anything. So I was doing well in the room because it was like the New York audience. You can't really see out. But then when I later saw it on TV, it would just cut to scowling black athletes.
The O.J. Simpson joke at the end.
Ken Griffey Jr. didn't care for it. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did people come up to you afterwards, like the O.J. stuff, and when you were making fun of Tiger Woods? I mean, did people come up afterwards and like confront you or just say anything, or did you?
Well, Ken Griffey was really mad for some reason. I don't really know why. And he was like, yeah, that was really funny, man, really funny, like real sarcastic. And then I said, hey, man, listen, I just want to tell you one thing. I go, there's never going to be a guy, never going to be a player like your dad. That guy was the best. There'll never be anybody close to that guy.
What did he say?
He just looked at him. He didn't know what to do because what are you going to do? Go, my dad? I'm way better than him. But you knew that was what was in his head.
What did you say about him in the show?
I didn't say anything. I said it was an OJ joke or something. And it just cut to him like with a crazy look on his face, like, what, huh? What?
Yeah, they didn't like the OJ jokes. Neither did Saturday Night Live. You got in trouble on Saturday Night Live for doing the OJ stuff
it's
too.
kind of bizarre because I always thought, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to believe anybody would believe that he wasn't guilty, but I will say this though, like, because every black guy I knew, like, would go, like, I go, you think he's really innocent? And they go, yeah, kind of, but you could tell, like, they maybe not, but they were just backing him up. So, but then I was like, that's weird. But then I understood it later because when Robert Blake killed his wife, or allegedly did, I loved Beretta.
You're like, oh,
yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I just want him to. I don't really care. I don't know who this lady is. Like, but it'd be cool to have. I don't want Beretta to go to jail. I don't know. So
that's the white man's equivalent of O.J. Simpson is Beretta.
Beretta with the cockatoo and stuff. You can take that to the bank, right? Wasn't that the greatest movie? Remember when you were a kid watching Beretta and like all the other cop shows,
like the Equalizer and things like that.
Yeah, and then you see Beretta be like, just Martin Scorsese's TV show. It's all gritty and.
It's a great name for a TV show too.
What?
Beretta.
I guess.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. Cause I keep loving.
Well, we were thinking about you the other day because the ESPYs was on, and one of our favorite things to watch, and every once in a while, like Deadpan or somebody, every time the ESPYs rolls around, they'll put up which was absolutely brilliant, but apparently not making many friends over at ESPN when you did that.
They won't have me back as an ESPY host.
What did they say to you after it was done?
No, they didn't say anything.
That's not good. Did anyone handle it poorly? Like any of the athletes? Did they? Because you would figure that you go, all right, I'm getting my balls busted a little bit, but this is what this event is all about, and he's a comedian.
Because is there anyone who takes themselves more seriously than athletes?
No, I didn't even stupidly. I didn't even know it was going that bad, and then
it went great.
It was
by the way,
it was hysterical.
Yeah, the audience liked it. The New Yorkers,
people liked it.
Yeah.
The only people that didn't like it are those idiots that started the stupid ESPY Awards in the first place.
This is my move. First of all, I'm not good at getting ladies.
You're
adorable.
Thank you. So are you. Thank you, gentlemen. Sean, nice to meet you. Norm, nice to see you.
Let's talk about. I will say, Keith does not need tricks because I've never seen as breathtaking a girl in my life, and her smile is so genuine. It's unbelievable.
Why are you doing this to me? You're so sweet.
Oh, I know. That's.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, it was nice.
Where are you headed off to for your dinner break?
My stupid friend. A stupid friend disappeared. So I don't know. Do you know a place called Borgia or something like that?
Boozio's?
Yeah,
It's a seafood restaurant here. You want me to walk you there?
Is it close?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Well, wait, where?
We'll figure it out. We'll sign off here. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I may have a dinner date with Norm MacDonald.
Like I try to make it fast. Like if I see a girl drinking at a bar, right? I'll go up behind her. I'll go. I can get us a bottle. And that doesn't work very often. But sometimes
want to
it
get
does.
right.
Yeah, I want to get right. Then I get the lady. I turn off all the lights in the room so it's pitch black, and then I lay down on top of her for 5-10 minutes. And I don't get a lot of return people.
Go well.
This is my problem. Everything's going well with the lady.
Yes, you've got.
And I have my sex, right? And I get the mood going.
The mood's going.
I have 4 covers and a big quilt. And then
well, I'm getting hard.
Then I get the mood going. I turn down the lights till it's Stygian black. And then I climb underneath the covers. I lay on top of the lady for 4 or 5 minutes. And she doesn't seem to enjoy it.
No, it sounds like an assault.
I go, listen, basically, I'm not a fancy guy. Fred, you know that.
Really? I always thought of you as a fancy
My
guy.
thing is, like, for a sexual encounter or something, I like to lie on top of a lady. I don't need a lot of fucking shit going on.
One girl will do it.
Yeah.
Are you currently
That's exciting enough for you.
Are you
That's
currently
good,
in a relationship, or are you playing the field?
Oh my God.
What the fuck? What are you,
Are
retarded?
you really having a relationship? Come on.
Come on, man. Seriously. I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah. What's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap. What do you?
What's the fastest you ever met a woman and made love to her? Because you hear stories in entertainment about sometimes women throwing themselves at you.
No, it's never happened to me.
You're going to bullshit me on my podcast?
No, it's never has.
Have you ever made love to a woman?
I don't think women throw themselves at guys. Of my stature, at least. I mean, I've seen women throw themselves at Adam Sandler. That's the only celebrity I've ever seen a woman actually throw themselves.
Yeah, that happens to him because he's cute. You're a little bit shifty. Women don't know what to make of you.
No, but girls like me sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're very twinkly and warm and affable, and you've got an innocence about you. People will love that.
It's because funny guys are attractive. Yeah. Funny's hot.
You've done a lot of impressions. Funny.
Most
look
awkward
at him. He's like,
come
really?
on I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, like when I was young, they say they like kids with good senses of humor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you got this, but I was always funny, but girls would just go, "You're weird," not funny. They go, "You're weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the least funny guys in school.
They would be the funny guys.
They got all the pussy. I mean, the guys that were just like, I don't know, they didn't even have to, they could be from the right side of the tracks, not the wrong side, and they could just be just like a guy with a fucking crew cut, never made a joke.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but it just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny, and the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be It's going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that, how they always say, like, women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly. The bar is lowered a lot. Yeah, I mean, when you think about guys that are... that got into comedy, it was usually because they weren't good looking. You needed some way to get women to pay attention to you. So you cracked wise. Is that what they say in Canada?
I never did anything for girls. I mean, I've always heard that stuff.
But you're a good-looking guy. I mean, you've always been tall, dark, handsome. You're the classic, lean, pretty eyes.
But my motive in life was never girls. I mean, I hear that like people buy cars to get girls.
Yeah.
And they do jokes or play the guitar or stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never had that motive.
One time I was on a sitcom, right? So they say, in this episode, you you go out with an older lady. Is there any older ladies you'd like to go out with? So when I was a kid, there was this movie MASH, and Sally Kellerman came out of a shower naked, and was every child's fantasy. So I immediately said Sally Kellerman, forgetting that now she was 75.
Right.
So she shows up on the set, and I have to kiss her, and so I overdo it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm like, kind of. So instead of just kissing her a little, I'm like, ah, and.
All right, let's have sexual relations.
Do you ever have to kiss an old lady, like passionately?
No.
It's just teeth.
It's yes.
They have no collagen in their lips anymore.
Right. Well, but she had her teeth. You say.
She had her teeth. Hey.
You don't know whose teeth they were.
Well, they were hers. She bought them at least.
Yeah, she owned them.
But she.
I haven't.
Stumbled like Adam Egan.
Hey, what?
Like kissing Adam Egan.
No, she was a beautiful lady, and she was a. And then Sandler, every time he has me in a movie, he gets me to kiss like an old bag. Not an old bag, I shouldn't say that, but
hag.
Like one time the lunch lady, and everybody else was
Right.
kissing nice ladies, and then I was kissing this old lunch lady. So again, I tried to overdo it to make the lunch lady feel nice about herself.
Well, that's kind of you.
That was nice. But now, what if she's watching?
I can guarantee you she's not watching.
Well, if she gets USA Today, she is. Thank you very much for being
That was
here.
fun.
Can I kiss you?
Of course.
Oh,
Oh.
so sweet. Oh.
Sweet. I'm glad I had it served.
Everybody asked me on this show, when are you going to get a woman? I said, I'm not going to get a woman before I get Roseanne. I'll fucking tell you that. Scientists in Africa have discovered the oldest known human ancestor, born 4.4 million years ago. Although unearthed only days ago, he is already engaged to Anna Nicole Smith. Texas millionaire J. Howard Marshall may have died 2 months ago, but as we see here, he and wife Anna Nicole Smith can still enjoy a romantic evening at home. Former Playboy centerfold and Guess jeans model Anna Nicole Smith collapsed this week after she suddenly realized that she actually had sex with this guy. And finally, in entertainment news, ex-Playboy centerfold Anna Nicole Smith has filed for bankruptcy. And saddest of all, she slept with this guy for nothing.
I forgot. I found something about that sort of topical because it was just Halloween and my pumpkin is sitting out on the stoop.
Yes.
A week after Halloween, you know.
So
all
it's still
shriveled and
applicable.
wrinkled. And today, Anna Nicole Smith dated it. So But
that's it.
Anna Nicole Smith, she's a great gal.
Yes.
But she does like the older fellas.
Uh-huh.
And, Anna, where there's a will, there's a wake. I don't know. This seems now that one seems tasteless.
Who do you think is attractive?
I like Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, stop
come on.
it. You're full.
You don't like her?
Come on.
You don't like Anna Nicole Smith?
Come on, she's gotten heavy. He's putting me on.
No, I'm not.
I
I saw a picture of her recently where she was really, really fat, where she didn't look good.
Right, but you're talking about years ago when she was thin. Oh, okay.
Not that long ago. Yeah, a couple
All right.
years ago.
So you like big breasts?
Yeah, I like big breasts.
Does your wife have big breasts?
She has normal size
What,
breasts.
C cups?
I don't know. I hear you talking about those. I don't follow those.
You're in bad shape. Do you like Sally Struthers too?
Oh.
I did.
You
yeah.
did, right? Yeah, that's your type.
Oh my
like
God!
Blonde
I
and
love
buxom.
Sally Struthers.
Not anymore though.
What?
Well,
What?
you don't like her anymore.
No, I don't like her with the flies around her.
Yeah, it's kind of a turn off.
You're great,
Did
right?
Norm ever bring a joke to you or an idea that even you thought maybe went too far? Because he
Norm?
would really Norm, yeah,
yeah. There's actually
because he really would push the envelope. You know,
there was with Norm. Even with me, like I'd occasionally, and you guys knew.
Yeah, I know.
When
You
Norm,
would tell me in Hollywood Minute, you'd say, "I dare you to do that." And I'm like, I can't. I don't want to. I got scared, but you're like, you're such a pussy. And I'm
he
like,
would
God
love
damn.
that Hollywood.
But when you were dealing with Norm, he would occasionally he would be in his Canadian geezer mode, and you couldn't get him out of it. He would just have to ride it out. You just have to go, okay, he's going to be doing I'm sorry, I don't quite.
Oh, that's right.
I hear you, but I don't understand you. And that kind of thing. And so you'd have to go, okay, Norm, when you're ready to talk as Norm MacDonald, I'm here. And but anyway, so sometimes he would come in with things where he was clearly joking and I would never take the bait. But one time he had this joke, which there's not a lot of jokes that offend me. They certainly don't offend me in the conventional ways, but they often offend me. It's just, I think they're just terrible jokes. But this one kind of did in a way in that sense. But he had this joke where it was, Woody Allen is dating again. And it was the image of the naked Vietnamese girl running down the road after the napalm attack.
That old photo,
that famous old photo. And so my only reaction to that was like, Norm, come on, seriously, you can't. And he goes, no, come on, it's funny.
Come on, it's funny.
I go, Norm, no, it's not. No, and to this day, I don't know. And I go, Norm, please, if you do that joke in front of an audience, you're going to take down
the rest of the show.
The next 3 shows will be
Rockefeller Center.
You cannot
Dismantled.
do that. You can't. I mean, it'll take the temperature in the studio down 30 degrees. There'll be like ice on people's beards and stuff. You can't do that.
Rioting.
Said, no, come on, it's funny. So he and Frank was backing him on it. Frank Sebastiano, one of the best update writer ever, and he
he loves it.
And Frank was not, I would look over at Frank and Frank was not, he wasn't like winking or anything. And so I go, okay. So we tried it at dress and it had precisely the effect. I thought it would, although who knows about future shows. But anyway, it was like this collective giant gasp. And then, so after that, Norm was willing to give it up. And then we didn't do it on air, obviously, but like years later, so that was like, I'm going to say that was maybe 1996. So at least 10 years later, Steve Higgins, who's current producer of the show, comes up to me and says, do you ever remember, and we're looking for a sound effect of an audience being like horrified, offended. And I got it. So I said, I directed them to that update. And I said, I'm pretty sure if you take that thing, the other thing is it'll be uncorrupted by any laughter. So you'll get a nice clean take of gasping and horror. And so they I didn't remember which show it was from. So they had to plow through a lot of dress rehearsals, I guess. But a few hours later, Higgins said, oh my God, we got it. And it is everything you said. So they use it. And to this day, I'm pretty sure they have it like on a cart. So whenever they need the sound effect of something, not just not getting a response, but getting kind of active hate, you know?
Yeah.
It was that moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fix it.
I see OJ's in the news again this week. What about Norm's series of OJ jokes?
Oh, yeah. Now in this cancel culture and everything, I have to say, I no longer take that position with O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. I accept that. I see him as the greatest rusher in the. That's all he's guilty of to me, is the greatest rusher in the history of the NFL. Yep. Maybe I was the greatest rusher to judgment.
All that for that?
I've rethought O.J. Simpson, and I think now the only thing he's guilty of is being the best running back that ever lived.
Seriously?
Yes.
The best running...
And also, here's the problem with O.J. is that he went to prison for stealing his own sports memorabilia, and he got 35 consecutive life sentences, which is not good. And then that puts you very low on the pecking order. If you know anything about the pecking order in prison. And so he's in there, he's like, hey, I killed my wife, I killed a guy and a waiter and my wife. And they're like, nah, we still have the trial.
Yeah, he's doing hard time now, for sure.
Yeah. And a guy who's guilty of double homicide, very high on the pecking order. A guy that stole his own jersey is very low.
So did you hear about Aaron Hernandez today? Got indicted for 2 more murders.
For 2 more murders?
Yeah, bringing the count to 3.
Good Lord, that's just murdering for murder's sake at that point.
Who do you think is worse, him or O.J. Simpson?
Well, O.J. Simpson, I think all he did was steal sports memorabilia. Now, Aaron Hernandez, who's worse? Well, I think the worst guy of all is Oscar Pistorius.
A video of him. Do we have that video? They can show it. He's on Twitter now.
Lamar Jackson, you're incredible. I mean, you got 4 games ago, you already got 1,000 yards. But 49ers, you have got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, OJ!
What? Was he taking a break from looking for the real killer? He's taking 5?
I'll tell you, man. First of all, he just got into the All-Defensive Hall of Fame. I don't know if you...
Oh, the top 100.
Oh, offense. Top 10.
Oh, good for him.
And, he's fantastic. He's paid his debt to society, and I think he's a hell of a guy.
Oh, I didn't know you knew his new PR guy.
There's Norm. If you tell him to do an OJ joke, he won't do that either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You're ahead of schedule.
Hey, you know, everybody's asking when we get to see the new Pterodon.
Gordon's going to be bringing it in any minute.
What happened? Can you help him?
Claire, I'm sorry. I mean, he knew what he was doing. The pathways are all fried. Even if we could power him up, his internal memory is shot. He'd be an empty shell. He's gone.
Boom. That's it. Nice job, everyone.
And in 2/3 of the time, we should all get big bonuses.
Checks in the mail.
Now in this cancel culture and everything, I have to say, I no longer take that position with O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. I accept that. I see him as the greatest rusher in the. That's all he's guilty of to me, is the greatest rusher in the history of the NFL. Yep. Maybe I was the greatest rusher to judgment.
Now, you know what my friend told me? He goes, you gotta get woke, you know? Because I'm not woke. But why is it I have to believe fucking, just because some person believes some fucking shit? You know what I mean? Like I was talking to this lady, fucking, that was a man, whatever the fuck it was. It was a man. But it was clearly a lady. So the man says to me, because I'm Christian, the man says to me, how can you believe in an invisible man in the sky? I go, well, I believe you're a fucking man. Ain't that far a fucking jump. Shouldn't she have to believe what I say, or? How dare you say Jesus Christ? How dare you, you fucking ignorant. Anyways, that's the old me. I got my woke jokes. I wrote them on my magic phone. I just started today. But nothing funnier than woke jokes. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody laughs. God damn it, where are my fucking excellent woke jokes? Fuck you, I can't turn my goddamn... You know that, whatever. I have notes on my magic phone and I write them down. But maybe I can just remember it off the top of my head. Here it is. First of all, with woke jokes, you gotta remember one thing. They're not funny. But they're important. And they're said with a great deal of either anger or, you know. So here it is. Hey! Listen, I don't know what's happening to us as Americans, but there's some things that are happening that are wrong. And not who we are as Americans. Now, you take the southern border, and what's happening at the southern border? Well, that is not who we are as America. You know, you may not know this, but there at the southern border right now, today, there are children as young as 2 or 3 years old that are being separated from the people that bought them from the parents or the cartel or whatever, and the kid gets through, and then the cartel guy can't get through, and a deal's a deal. It's not who we are as Americans. Ripped from the arms. I don't think they do that every time, by the way. You know, journalists used to just say, and then they take the, and now it's like, I'm ripped. Is that a baby in your arms? Let me rip that baby out, and then we'll throw it over there. That's actually what any retard believes happens? That's another thing I'm not supposed to say. I got in trouble, I said retard, but anyway, I got in trouble for everything. Like, I said retard, man. So, anyway, I got this reviewer guy all mad at me. He said, fucking Norm said retard. He goes, and the reviewer said, I mean, this just shows how stupid Norm is. And then I said to myself, hey, what about the stupid people? It's not their fault if they're stupid. This guy's insulting fucking all stupid people. I guess you're allowed to insult stupid people unless they're real stupid and they're retards. I don't get it. You tell me the rules and I'll do my best. And context means something, right? Apparently not. Like, I remember when I said retard in my act because I remember the joke. And here was the context. You tell me if this makes any difference. The context of me using the word retard was, I love retards. that hate speech? Can that possibly be defined as hate speech? I'll tell you the precise thing I said. I said that because the reason is I do love retards. And I use the word retard because it's just, I know what it means. It means arrested in your development, sometimes retarded. Stop, slow down, you know? I could say Down syndrome, but then I'd be worried people think I'm a fucking doctor or something, and then and they'd want me to hit their knee with a hammer or something. I don't got time for that. By the way, why do they still do that? What the fuck? How retarded are we? Like, you go to a doctor and he goes, okay, I'm going to hit your knee with a hammer now. You're like, okay, excellent, good idea. Then he hits your knee with a hammer. You're like, my knee! And he's like, excellent. He writes it down on a piece of paper. It's like, that's exactly how you're supposed to react when struck on the knee by a hammer. Good, good. Good, you're not paralyzed. That's good. We can just check that box. But anyway, so that's why I don't say Down syndrome, I say retarded. So, but I love retards, and this is the reason. I had a retard lived I live in an apartment, so 3 apartments away from me. There was this retard. He was, I think he was like 22 years old, lived with his parents, and I was trying to become his friend, and his parents wanted nothing to do with that. For obvious reasons. Because we live in this cynical world where I didn't want to fuck him, obviously. What I wanted is I thought some of his happiness would wear off, because see, retards are happy. That's why I envy them so much. That's why I love them. I mean, goddamn, if there was like an injection of retard juice I could take, I'd take in a second. Because it's happiness. That's all we want, right? What do we want other than to be happy? And how often are we happy, you know? Once or twice. I mean, not in your life, but you know, like I'm happy when I wake up. I think it's because that's when there's all the hope. You know what I mean? I think that's when I'm happiest. I wake up and I'm like, goddamn. I'm glad I bought that Tempur-Pedic pillow. Goddamn, that was the best purchase of my life. But then that doesn't last long because the light comes in and then, you know, kind of your life comes in and it gets all over you like a fucking spider web or something. You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened to me? Like, you ever look in the mirror? I'm not talking physically. I mean, like late at night or something, you get up, you turn the light on, you look in the mirror, you go, what became of me? I used to be a nice fella. And at that point, I'd like to have a retarded friend, and he'd go, hey, I like bananas. I go, yeah, me too, goddamn. I never thought of it that way, man. They're yellow. You're fucking right, they're yellow. What do you say we go buy a fucking banana right now, me and you? Happiness, man, that's hard.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, man, these days with your comedy, do you feel like you're walking on eggshells at all? Do you feel more like nervous about stuff you tweet and stuff you say just because of the climate we're in and everything that's happened?
Yeah, like we're gonna go do stand-up right now. It's mostly trying out new stuff. You don't have the freedom to just talk and free associate and then, you know, carve it back from there. Because usually the process would be you go way over the line,
yeah,
and then you bring it, you know, and then people go, we hate you, and then you take away all the parts where they hate you, and then you're left with the stuff that's not, you know, that's on the line but not over it.
Is your starting point a little bit more sort of tamer these days?
Oh yeah. It's very calculated and thought out. And
does that hurt your act though?
Yeah, it's way less funny.
Is that right?
Other than it being not as funny, it's wonderful. It doesn't hurt anyone's feelings anymore, but virtually no one laughs. So it's a trade-off.
But so that's really hurt your career in terms of the fact that you're an eggshell comedian. And I don't think like...
I'm an egg, is that a new term?
I just made it up just now. Shouldn't comedy be some sort of sacred place where you're allowed to say whatever's kind of on your mind, and like if it's funny then it's okay?
It used to be, you know, like Jerry Seinfeld always says, the audience will let you know.
Yeah.
You know, when it's gone too far, because they're a cross, you know, representation of the population.
Yeah.
But now it's not enough to get, you know, 99%. You have to get 100%. You know, most of the audience wants to be funny. It doesn't care about anything but that. They just want to escape.
Yeah.
But a tiny a group of people ruin it for everyone else.
And that's who you cater your performance to these days?
I cater my performance to a tiny group of people.
That's sad.
That hate me. Joining me now is nationally syndicated columnist and the author of If Democrats Had Any Brains, They'd Be Republicans, Ann Coulter. Hey, welcome to the show, Ann. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. I saw you on O'Reilly last night. You were magnificent.
That's nice of you to say, but I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And I'm not used to satellites. You must have done a lot of those.
Oh, yeah. No, you never get used to that.
Yeah, I got all confused. But it's really fun to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's nice.
All right, Normie.
Now,
I hate when guests say that, but I am.
Oh, that's nice. A pretty girl like you. What do you do for guys? I've always heard that dudes are afraid of strong women. Do you ever?
Yeah, well, maybe weak men are, but that's not really what I'm in the market for.
Okay, and let's start with this Iowa. They're all caucusing, the Iowans?
Yes.
So, you have any thoughts on that? I don't know.
Yes, I do. Well, I don't know. I'm sort of torn on it because on one hand, I think it should be much, much, much more difficult to vote. Way too many people vote. It's like having me vote on the Oscars and I never see movies. To have most people voting, I don't understand this impulse. Oh, vote, it's your civic duty. I think there ought to be a poll tax and a literacy test. But I'm not sure the Iowa caucus is the way to get at it because you have to spend, it's not so bad for the Republicans, oddly enough, but for the Democrats, you have to go and attend a meeting all day. You have to sit in a meeting with annoying people. It's like jury duty for a day.
And it's the people that just last the longest there, right?
Exactly. Which is why they haven't really done a bang-up job in the past.
Now, who do you like on the Republican side?
Well, I like Duncan Hunter the most, but of course he doesn't particularly have a chance. I guess other voters don't like cranky old men who don't smile much as I do. But on the issues, he's magnificent. Of our top candidates, and I guess there are 4 or 5 of them, the one I dislike the least is Mitt Romney. But I'm not wild about any of them. Oh, well, I like them all better than any of the Democrats.
Now, what I find intriguing about you is that you're unapologetically pro-life. And
that's what I noticed about your appearance last night. I emailed everyone on my email list. That was magnificent.
Well, it's not a popular opinion, but I've always wondered why it's not a subject of debate in the country, since the country is so split. But you never hear it discussed in rational terms.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, I think in part it's because one side doesn't really want the details discussed. It's better to talk about it as a matter of, women's freedom and women's choice than sucking the brains out of a little baby.
Why would they not just call it pro-abortion and anti-abortion?
Yeah, it's not a good name. These sociologists have noticed that names for ethnic groups are, enrolling over the centuries when they're first called names, their epithets, and when the ethnic group or whatever the group is, when it achieves, status in society, whatever the last ethnic group or name it was called is the one, nickname is the one that sticks, and then it's no longer considered a mean name. And it's the same thing with abortion. They keep changing the name. It's choice and women's rights and women's health care and a woman's right to choose. But then people figure out what it is, and they hate whatever the new thing is.
Yeah, what I've also found always a little suspect is when these ladies go like, I'm not for it, but... You know what I mean? Why aren't they for it?
Right. And we found out that they were, every once in a while, it's the corner of the eye facts that always leap out at you. And they slip every now and then because you're exactly right. They're always saying, well, no one is for abortion. No one is for abortion. And then, I don't know if you remember when Sam Alito was nominated to the Supreme Court, the press descended on his sweet little Italian mother and started peppering her with questions. And they asked her, is your son, is he, for or against abortion? And she said, well, of course he's against abortion. And that became a huge news item that Sam Alito was against abortion. But, I thought they told us everybody was against abortion.
Now, is that your litmus test?
I have lots of litmus tests. But, yeah, that's a big one. That's a really, really big one.
Because I know you're very serious about it. And, do you view it as like a program, like a genocide?
Like a what?
Like a genocide?
Yes. Yes, it's unbelievable what's going on. It's amazing how restrained the pro-life forces are, but they won't let us vote. I think we'd win if obviously the Planned Parenthood side thinks that Americans are not copacetic with abortion because we're not allowed to vote on it. That's part of what's so enraging about this. There's nothing you can do about it. As long as the Supreme Court says that abortion is a constitutional right, there's nothing you can do. You can change as many hearts and minds as there are in the country, and there's nothing that can be done. Back in the 60s, these radicals used to, if they weren't going to sign up with, the weathermen and blow up the Pentagon, they'd say, no, I'm going to work within the system, work within the system. Well, the pro-life forces have been working within the system for 40 years now, and, patiently bide their time, try to get new Supreme Court justices, and then, we end up with an O'Connor or a Kennedy who hallucinate the same right to abortion in the Constitution. So, I understand why violence breaks out. I wouldn't engage in violence myself. Just on the basis of Pascal's wager, but I can understand if you're not going to let people vote that some of them are going to engage in violence. There hasn't been that much violence. It's about 7 abortion doctors to, 40 million dead babies.
It's a very tiny... I didn't understand the Pascal's wager. I know what that is. But...
That was the argument for God. It's very simple.
No, I know Pascal's wager, but I didn't understand what you meant.
Oh, I wouldn't shoot an abortion doctor.
Oh, because...
yeah, what if I'm wrong?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting that you say, what if I'm wrong? Have you ever said that before?
I'm sure I have, though not on most of the idiotic things liberals say.
So you would not support Giuliani then, or any other pro-choice candidate?
No, if it's I've been polling, some of my friends on this. I think it would be very bad for the country if both the Republican and Democratic nominee support abortion. I think that would be bad. But if they're both supporting abortion, I at first I was saying I'd never vote for a pro-abortion Republican, and then within about a week I realized after a hard-fought campaign against Hillary Clinton, I'd probably go into the voting booth, pull the lever for whichever idiot we've nominated, including Giuliani, and then just lie to all my friends about it.
What is your sense of who? To me, it seems clear that Hillary Clinton will be the next president. But do you think so?
I think so too, and this business about how she's losing in Iowa, I am very suspicious of because of these sneaky little tricks of the Clinton machine. And one of the big ones they've always used is lowered expectations. The prime example of which was when Clinton was running in the Democratic primaries. You know, he came in like third or fourth in Iowa. He came in second in New Hampshire, and that one was when he was crowned the comeback kid. He came in second. How are you the comeback kid? Well, it's because they had spent, weeks lowering expectations and, oh, he's washed up, he's finished, he's over. And the funniest example was right before they released his grand jury testimony. This is the one in which he launched the one about it depends on what the meaning of is, and we got into a lot of discussions of, where his penis was in relation to Monica Lewinsky, and it was so embarrassing. I mean, the grand jury, the black grand jury in Washington, D.C. that was sympathetic to Bill Clinton, they laughed out loud as he was giving his testimony, and so before it was released to the public and played all over TV, the rumors went out, you'll probably remember this, that Clinton turned purple and there was spittle coming out of his mouth and he stormed out of the room. Well, okay, it wasn't that bad. It was embarrassing.
What is the definition of the word is? Do we have an OED somewhere? I thought it was pretty simple.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost a word that's so simple you don't even know the definition.
This is why I so wish, I don't think it will happen, but I so wish Obama would be their nominee. I think he would be tougher to beat than Hillary, and I don't care. I just want to be rid of this national pestilence of the Clintons.
The national
Pestilence.
Our long national pestilence is over.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Barack's got money.
Yes, I mean, that does give you, that is a heartening fact about the Democrats, that even they feel a little creepy about the Clintons.
It's funny, Barack always ends his thing with, let's go change the world. And isn't that what Bush is doing?
Yeah, in a pretty transformative and important way.
Hey, Ann, you're going to stay with us for one more segment, right? Wait, what?
The Dennis Miller Show.
Seconds. Guidance internal. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. Engines on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engines running. Launch commit. Liftoff. We have liftoff at 9:34 a.m.
The Dennis Miller Show. 866-509-7268.
Ann Coulter's kind enough to stay with us for a second segment. Ann, I wanted to talk to you about Christianity, because you're Christian, right?
Yes, I am.
And I like it because it seems to me that you're an actual Christian. And I know Sal was telling me he was against the thing you did on Donnie Deutsch, but...
Not according to liberals.
But the fact of the matter is that...
I don't think they're really down with the scripture, since they're often standing up at college lectures demanding to know how I could be a Christian if I smoke and wear short skirts. And I keep looking for those passages of the Bible.
But it's very strange, because I always hear, that people don't like Christians because, they believe it's the only true faith and they want to convert people, but that's the basis of Christianity, isn't it?
Right, and I would assume, any religion, including the godless religion of liberalism, they want us all to be liberals. They want us to change our light bulbs to those goofy, global warming protecting light bulbs. I assume now wants to convert us all to want to suck the brains out of little babies and so on and so forth. I mean,
wait, isn't that's now illegal, though, right? Partial birth abortion?
Yes. It took a long time, but yes, it is.
And what I don't understand is, I remember in the Scott Peterson case, he was charged with double homicide. So
right. Right.
Wouldn't that mean that the baby was a...
Yes, that's a big issue, actually. These pro-abortion groups are against those laws. And by the way, Hillary Clinton denounced the Supreme Court decision upholding the federal law banning partial birth abortion.
Did all the Democrats?
I think every single one of the candidates did. Everyone who had a comment on it. I'd have to look it up. I wrote about her. I'm sure I noticed it at the time. I know Hillary did. One of the ones did who voted in favor of the law.
Really?
Who would that have been? Maybe Biden. I don't know. But, these Democrats want to get their votes on the record as having voting in favor of a ban on partial birth abortion, but then turn around and denounce the Supreme Court decision upholding the law they voted for.
But surely, I don't know. I should have asked John Zogby, but surely...
You've got your podcast. It's still going, but I clicked on it the other day. It says Norm will be back in May.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I do it for a while, and I go, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they're like, he's on hiatus.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Or is it just that you may or may not come back?
Yeah, I don't know if I will.
Okay.
You used to have a thing on the internet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, people would come on. Yeah, the podcast. That's right.
I promised myself I would never do the podcast again.
You also promised yourself you'd write a good book.
Okay, now.
I mean, there is always one other option.
There's another option? What's that?
You ever heard of the Queensboro Bridge?
I'll do the podcast. I just do it for a while, and then
it's fun to watch.
Tired of it. It's fun to do, man.
Yeah. It's so great. I think it's just the people who do it with Norm
are awful.
Are awful.
Well, no, Sean isn't. Sean does it with me.
Well, there's one guy. There's always one guy. It's the rest of the people.
The future's good.
It's those awful others. Do you enjoy doing the interview stuff with people on the podcast?
Yeah, well, we got good guests, so that I was interested in, but it's harder. Like, you guys obviously have to just interview everybody.
Not necessarily.
Here. What?
No, we don't.
You don't?
No, you were a special choice. We could have said no.
I'm amazed that people. I don't know how I would do with people that
you don't care about.
Yeah, like I'm always astonished by, especially a guy like David Letterman, who I think would be even less interested than we would be. You know, the way he can pretend to be interested,
right?
Like,
and actually
but don't you think he has a little more juice or say on saying, "Hey, this guest is here"? But there's every once in a while they have to take it. He has to take it.
Oh no, on an average guest, you got to
if they're in town, they're promoting
3 guests a night.
Yeah.
There's not that many interesting people. And, actors are not interesting at all. I mean.
And now, did you start getting pressure from anybody? Because it's your podcast, but you start getting money from the outside coming in. I think it was Jerky Links, which might have explained the ballooning. Was that right? You had the Jerky Links thing. You had to try to convince me you're a Jerky Links guy.
What?
Just get what they want, like guests from them.
Sean, Sean and I, we liked just older guys. A lot of people wanted young people. Young people.
But they're not interesting.
Older guys are the most interesting. And I always think in show business, you get the old guys, they don't care what they say anymore.
Right.
They're out of the business.
They'll tell some stories.
And they tell stories about guys you care about.
Yeah, they'll name names. They don't care at all. They're seconds away from dying.
Yeah.
So who's the best one you had on there? Because I've seen some that were
we
just
had this guy, Jack Carter. And he did the most craziest thing. You remember?
Well, I also still, after meeting him, have no idea who Jack Carter is.
Jack Carter was a comedian like the Catskills guys, right? Way back in the day.
90. Yeah. So he was talking, and he said, he was talking about the war. And he was
Which one?
The Second World War. I go, you were in the Second World War? He goes, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I go, the war was a lot of fun? And he goes, well, I never got to go over. I never went over, He goes, I got a lucky break. My whole unit was going to D-Day, and they all died. And I didn't go because I got deathly sick the day before. And then I go, oh, man, it sounds like you were faking it as a joke. And then he goes, I was. And then he's like, I never told nobody that.
So he finally confessed.
Yes, that he is a deserter and a traitor to our country.
But you learn that kind of stuff on Norm's podcast,
Yeah,
which
Norm's
is great.
Deathbed Confessions. That'd be a good show.
That'd be pretty awesome. You just
Yeah.
show up at hospitals,
Yeah,
and they think it's to bring them up, but it's really just to get them to admit
We've had
some
a
stuff.
couple.
You do admit some stuff, and then you
Oh,
pull
man.
a plug out of.
Man, do I want to follow you around with a camera? Hey, I'm here to pull the plug there. You got anything to say?
So, Rickles.
Must be
It was a joke
especially.
about a guy because it was such a good story. There's a guy who had surgery, and I can't remember the joke.
I
remember
can't
the
either.
punchline.
I can't either. Haitian General Raoul Cedras, who will be stepping down in 2 weeks, held a hasty garage sale of some knickknacks he'd acquired while in office. Big fans of the Haitian strongman, are you? Postal authorities removed a cigarette from a photo of blues artist Robert Johnson to help dignify the musician in a new stamp they've issued in his honor. This isn't the first time the post office has altered a photograph. In fact, the original photo used on the Elvis stamp was based on this photo. King enjoying a hoagie. In a related story, 3 of Hollywood's most powerful men, David Geffen, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, joined forces last week to form their own movie studio. When asked what sort of films we could expect from them, the trio replied, mostly pornos. That's good news. All right. Last week, Queen Elizabeth won 10 pounds in her country's national lottery. However, she has no plans to quit her job as Queen of England. Yeah, I knew. You think I didn't know? Jeffrey Dahmer's relatives are reportedly fighting over what to do with his body. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, some want to have sex with it while the rest want to put it in the fridge. So that's, should have stopped at the premise that time. The U.S. Postal Service this week canceled plans for a stamp commemorating the bombing of Hiroshima. They will instead release a different stamp. Here it is that hopefully people will find it less offensive, that one. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you. It's a hell of a downside there. A one-legged goose with a dart in its head. And I complain about my life, you know? It's tougher for the one-legged goose. Hey, this week a Cincinnati woman with 10 personalities sued a man for sexual assault. But the suit was thrown out when 2 of her personalities said that she may have consented. You know, folks, where I come from, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no means no. Hate to get on a soapbox, but that's where I come from. Oprah Winfrey broke down and cried this week, saying she had once smoked crack cocaine. You know, I don't know what she's crying about. I mean, you know, some people in this world never get to smoke crack cocaine. It's ridiculous. Huh? Here's an amazing story. Twins born 95 days apart. Even more amazing, they were born to different mothers and they don't even look alike. Hard to believe. This week, a court banned gays from marching in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade, but they will still allow them to be beaten up by drunken Irish guys. I'm afraid to know what you're applauding at there. Okay. Well, the Super Bowl might be over, but the San Francisco 49ers just keep piling it on. They now lead the Chargers 83-40 to 27. So they've comfortably covered the spread. And in football news, man, this is getting ridiculous. The 49ers now beat the Chargers 1,000,655 something to 27. All right. Not good with those long numbers. A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. I'm joking. And I don't really sell drugs to children. And now, to illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? We went... Well, how about this, huh? You know what makes me sick? When a society lets a guy like Colin Ferguson live for another 200 years. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Israeli security forces have rounded up over 150 suspects in last week's suicide bombings. Suspects in the suicide bombings. Now, well, here's a hint. Look for the dead guys, and probably on the right track. Well, in Buffalo, Wyoming, a truck jackknifed this week, spilling hundreds of sticks of dynamite on the I-90 interstate, though officials noted that there is absolutely no danger as long as you're protected by magic. Yeah, I wish I was protected by magic. All right. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all... Look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. Hoping to impress a girl, Kevin Hall, 18 years old, stuck a sawed-off shotgun in his pants and blasted off his genitals. You know, I don't know the girl, but I'm guessing that the stunt didn't work. I've learned that the hard way. In an attempt to reassure critics of the president's Bosnian policy, White House press spokesman Mike McCurry stressed that the administration does not intend that America be the world's policeman. He did acknowledge, however, that the Marines had just pulled over the country of Brazil for speeding. Like Johnny Carson there for a second. This week, Paula Barbieri admitted that she had broken up with O.J. Simpson the very night Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. Boy, that had to be a tough day for O.J., huh? First he gets dumped by his girlfriend, then Colombian hitmen kill his wife. Man, that's... You gotta... Recent studies indicate the number of people getting the AIDS virus appear to be declining sharply. But it is important for viewers to remember one thing. Sex without condoms feels better. And now I have to say this. It should be noted, however, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Wrong Way Corrigan, the man who once flew all the way to Ireland by mistake, died this week at the age of 88. It was just like him, said his wife. He was trying to live. He got it all wrong. Across the nation this Monday, banks and government offices will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King's birthday. Meanwhile, at the Riverbend Maximum Security Prison in Nashville, Dr. King's assassin, James Earl Ray, will spend the day being raped continuously. He's a bad guy, by the way, James Earl Ray, if you don't know that. Meanwhile, Republican hopeful Phil Gramm says that Bob Dole should not get the nomination because he backed President Clinton's plan to send troops to Bosnia. Dole responded that Graham should not be nominated for president because, well, look at him. Take a gander at the fella. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, at a local town meeting in Montpelier, Vermont last week, representatives from the McDonald's Corporation who want to put a restaurant in a historic district were booed by angry residents, but they were cheered by the town fat guy. Every town has one, the town fat guy. With peanut consumption in the United States down 10%, the Peanut Advisory Board has decided to launch a $600,000 publicity campaign. Most of the funds will go towards spreading ugly rumors about almonds and cashews. That's not right, huh? A celebrated fertility statue, which many believe has the power to make women pregnant, began a nationwide tour this week. The hundreds of women who claim it caused their pregnancies are of different ages, races, and religions. But they all have one thing in common. They are all dirty, dirty whores. Dirty, dirty whores. In Colorado this week, Bob Dole warned that if Pat Buchanan is the Republican nominee, the party might lose both the presidency and control of Congress. In response, Buchanan warned that if anyone other than himself becomes president, blacks will retain the right to vote. Six of one, half dozen of another. Just days after winning the New Hampshire primary, Pat Buchanan has become the target of savage attacks within the Republican Party. On a positive note, however, he did pick up the enthusiastic endorsement of Bill Clinton, the President of the United States of America. Can't get much higher than that. Well, television history will be made this week when film legend Elizabeth Taylor appears as herself on all 4 CBS Monday night sitcoms. It's part of the network's new campaign, Must Eat TV. She enjoys eating. According to a Senate Committee on Violence, Denise Brown has done more to bring attention to the cause of battered women than any other person. Well, almost any other person. Once again, OJ gets the short shrift. Well, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry says he has devised a money-saving plan that would close the district's Lorton prison and transfer its 7,000 inmates to private lockups. One hitch is that the financially strapped district doesn't have the startup money to implement the plan. Another hitch is that the guy who devised the plan smokes crack. So, 2 hitches. 130 years after the Civil War, the state of Mississippi has finally voted to abolish slavery. Representatives say they would have liked to have done it sooner, but they were delayed due to some awfully big cotton crops. They had some kind of big cotton thing. All right.
I watch old TV shows.
Yeah.
And it was the first Kojak. You remember Kojak?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
With the lollipop.
Yeah, he had the lollipop going. So for the pilot, it was Crocker's first day. You know, Kevin Dobson played Crocker.
Sure, Crocker.
So he was just out of police academy. Green. They kept saying how green he was. And Kojak had been around a long time. He knew everything. So he's, you know, has this green kid, and he doesn't know if he wants to be working with him. So what was happening was prostitutes were being murdered.
Oh, my.
He goes, go down and try to get some information from the prostitute's mother. So a little while later, Crocker comes back. I talked to her mother. She wasn't a prostitute at all. She was a good girl. Yeah. So Kojak's seen it all, right? So he takes this lollipop. He goes, "Yep, she was a good girl. Mama's apple pie. The 4th of July. She was a hooker." Crocker was too green to see it, you know?
This week, a New Jersey woman, Rita Glusman, was charged with hacking her husband to death with an axe, cutting the body into pieces, and having a cousin dump them in a river. According to police, Glusman learned how to do this by watching the program Martha Stewart Living. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap.
Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice.
Have a joke, tell a joke.
Well, because it's a 50-50 chance it's not going to go well.
No, it's a 50-50 chance that
It's not going to look like a penis.
Yeah.
It's going to look like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Read a joke.
All right,
you haven't read one joke.
Before we begin, I have a quick public service announcement. Would somebody, anybody, please Martha Stewart?
Oh, I got that one.
What?
I don't understand that.
What?
That's weird, right?
Too soon.
It's meta.
Just a little day. Coming down the stairs, just a little space to
Well, the holidays are just around the corner, and here with tips on how to make this Christmas truly special is nationally known authority on style, Martha Stewart. Martha?
Thank you. I think for each of us, childhood memories of Christmas are something unique and personal. My own memories center around the big Victorian home where I grew up. Early each Christmas morning, the other children and I would awake to the unmistakable smells of baked cinnamon apples, mulled cider, and mince pudding wafting from the kitchen. In an instant, we children would come bounding down the great staircase, our arms and legs all akimbo.
Akimbo?
Yes, akimbo. And our childish eyes as big as saucers, eager to spy what good things Kris Kringle had brought.
Hold on a second there, Martha. Kris Kringle?
Yes, Norm, you know, Père Noël, Father Christmas, good Saint Nick.
You mean Santa Claus?
Oh, you called him Santa Claus. Anyway, it being Christmas, Mater and Pater had dismissed the staff.
Wait a minute. Mater and Pater?
Yes, it's our parents, that's what we called them.
Where did you grow up?
Norm, that doesn't matter. You see, Christmas is the same throughout the world.
No, I'm just curious. Where?
New Jersey. Anyway, there we children stood, staring in awe at what we were sure was the largest Christmas tree ever, festooned with candy canes, lemon sticks, and rosebuds on a string. And there, hanging in the mantel of the enormous fireplace, were all the children's stockings, filled to overflowing with walnuts, pecans, candied plums, dried figs, and spiced oranges.
Now, we're in New Jersey.
Nutley, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I know Nutley. Yeah, that's off Exit 7, Route 3, off the Jersey Turnpike.
Yes. And then it always seemed just as we were about to open our gifts, the neighbors would come by wassailing. Here we come a wassailing, they'd shout. Good wassail to you, we'd reply.
Wassailing? Never mind, go on.
No, Norm, I think I'd better stop right here. You seem to think I'm making this up.
All right, suit yourself. But hey, if you run into any of my friends from Jersey wassailing, you give them my best, huh?
I'll do that, Norm.
All right, Martha Stewart there, everybody.
Unfortunately, the radio station launched the day after Princess Diana died, so it was quite. It wasn't quite the sort of fanfare and celebration.
Now
a bit like when Farrah Fawcett died, and then it was usurped by Michael Jackson.
Somebody told me the Queen murdered her.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, that's well known in England, yeah. I'd like to apologise to the Queen.
According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. In other book news, Prince Charles released an autobiography in which he states that he never loved Princess Di and that his father pressured him to marry her. The book is entitled, Of Course O.J. Did It. I mean, come on. Queen Elizabeth II visited Russia this week, becoming the first English monarch to set foot in the Soviet Union. The visit, which will last for 2 weeks, is expected to have absolutely no effect on anything whatsoever. New York City doorman Lenny Ladenhoff nearly fell over from shock when Princess Diana confided to him that she was feeling horny and invited him to drop by her hotel suite Thursday evening. Way to go, Lenny! Last week, Queen Elizabeth won 10 pounds in her country's national lottery. However, she has no plans to quit her job as Queen of England. Yeah, I knew. You think I didn't know? A blind man felt Princess Diana's face last week and said she is the prettiest woman I've ever seen. He then picked up a toilet plunger and said, "Thank you for this royal scepter. I shall treasure it always." And now a correction to a story we ran last week. Prince Charles is actually the one in the middle. So we apologize for that. Well, New Yorkers were asked in a recent survey what they thought of the new slicked-back hairdo Princess Di displayed on a recent trip to the city. 38% of New Yorkers approved, 45% disapproved, and 17% said, "You stopped me for this? Now I'm going to shoot you." Former British cavalry officer James Hewitt, who was Lady Diana's secret lover, says he will never, ever disclose the contents of more than 100 love letters that she sent to him. This, according to Hewitt's new book, I Banged a Princess. In England, a much publicized videotape of a naked Princess Diana having sex with her lover, Captain James Hewitt, has turned out to be a fake. But on the bright side, it's still a video of two naked people having sex. The Franklin Mint has announced plans to market a Princess Diana porcelain doll. And the timing of the move has made some people very unhappy. Critics charge that the doll is in poor taste, and they're even more upset about the Franklin Mint's other new offering, porcelain landmines. You can play with them together if you want. A Tampa businesswoman who bought several of Princess Diana's gowns as a collector is now putting them on display to raise money for charity. However, her method of display is being described by many as inappropriate. Still, for 4 bits, you know, it's a good deal. Well, a sad story from Britain this week. According to the Earl of Spencer, several intruders have recently broken into his family estate in search of souvenirs from Princess Diana's grave. But the Earl says he knows just how to protect the site: landmines.
I use my time you know what I do? I do a lot of charity work for things that people, I don't like arguing with people, you know, when they have another opinion than me. So what I do is I pick very popular opinions, and then I work for those people. Like, for instance, there was you know the landmine big thing? Princess Diana, one of the greatest people who ever lived, she was against landmines. So tragically, she died, you know, before her landmine crusade really got rolling, you know. And of course, it was a terrible tragedy and everything like that. And then she died, and hey, how about this? Remember when she died, and then Elton John wrote that song for her, but it was the same song that he wrote for Marilyn Monroe? It seems like kind of a jip. But the king's like, hey, man, you wrote a song for my daughter? I don't know if there's a king. You wrote a song for Princess Diana? Yes. Well, you all ready? She just died an hour ago. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it. And here it is. She lived her life like a candle in the wind. Wait a minute. It sounds like that song you wrote about Marilyn Monroe. Well, it's a little bit. Some of the same words. Well, why'd you do that? Because they're similar when you think about it. Come on. Marilyn Monroe, she was taking crazy drugs and promiscuous, running around. Man, you know, you never knew if she was going to live or die. She's just living her life crazy like a candle in the wind, you know. And Princess Di, she lived in a castle. But, you know, they're sort of the same. They were blonde. I got to go. But anyways, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that I am very against landmines. So I will go and I will make, I'll go to protests, you know. And I'll have a big sign that says, no more landmines. Because if you don't know about landmines, hey, you're educating me about stuff tonight. I'll educate you a little about landmines, you know, because there's many different causes, you know. And landmines are terrible. What they are is they put them underneath the earth, and then you step on them, and they blow you up. So I go there, and I protest against them. And what's fun about it is there's very few counter-protesters. You know, there's a couple of guys out there, but clearly these guys are in the pocket of the, you know, big landmine companies in this country. You know? I don't mean to get all Bill Maher on you or anything, but if you think that the landmine companies in this country care about you, the little person, they don't care about you. They care about blowing you up when you're not expecting it. That's how they make their money. No.
Actually,
Oh, Brock Lesnar is here.
I'm here. Norm has to go.
Oh, you have to leave?
Your people.
Norm's a busy man.
Your people are telling us that you have to go. If you want to stay, it's up to you.
Quick break?
You run. We start with only a few minutes. I'll talk to Brock.
Go.
You run.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to.
Norm
and Brock will sit there, and if you can stay, you can stay. If not, I want to get a picture of Norm.
take your thing off. No, give your thing on.
Could you snap a picture?
Brock, come sit. Hey, Brock, come on over. It's just a busy day.
Yeah, they snuck in.
Someone show Brock where he is.
Brock's right here. Oh, he's waiting for the picture.
Okay,
I finally meet you guys, man.
All right. Colin, you're out of here, too. Later, buddy. Come on, buddy. Colin Quinn, Long Story Short, premieres on HBO a week from Saturday at 10 p.m. See you soon, Kyle.
Hi, Melinda. That's your ex?
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Do you want to...
I hope
Here you go, buddy.
Where'd Colin go?
Colin just ran out.
Fucking mess. I love it.
It's a clusterfuck.
You stay around. Colin, where you going?
We actually are on the air. Hi, Brock. How are you? Yes. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Thanks for coming in. You know Norm MacDonald behind you, just so you know the people? That's Norm. Colin Quinn and Norm MacDonald.
Yeah.
So. Yes.
Go somewhere.
Good.
I'll be back. I'm
just taking a lot of pictures. All right, can they do it out? They can do it outside, right? Can they take the pictures outside? Oh my God! All right, we're taking pictures.
Brock Lesnar, you really walked into a clusterfuck, but we're happy that you're here. Thanks for coming.
Morning.
Yeah, thanks for doing our show. It wasn't easy to get you on the show.
I'm happy to do it.
What time did you get up this morning?
Way too fucking early.
You text me that you're coming out.
Can we do this outside? Can we everybody do this outside, please? I'd like to fuck with everybody, but Norm.
Nice to meet you.
I love you, Norm. Good seeing you, buddy. I'm happy you're here. But, no, I love you very much, actually.
Because he loves Brock Lesnar more.
Because I'm happy Brock is here, and people are doing a photo session in the fucking booth.
Don't wear it out.
We knew this would be a clusterfuck.
That's all right.
I want to ask him about the 50,000 he lost on a home run, but next time. Norm MacDonald was great on the show today.
Oh, yes, he was.
Holy shit. Brock,
all
sorry.
right, Brock is here.
Sorry, Brock.
All right, now we are ready for Brock Lesnar.
No.
Yeah.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into. What do you mean?
Because MMA is harder. I mean, it's like, not that wrestling isn't a grind, but MMA, you're really being hit a lot harder than you're getting hit in wrestling. In the face. I mean, guys like Shane. First of all, Shane Carwin, how did you survive that? I couldn't believe that you kept
I got a head like a horse.
I have other things like a horse.
You know, this kind of backlash happens so fast now because of social media. And, you know, Adam, I know you've been involved with the Comedy Store for a long time, but when Louis jumped up at the Comedy Cellar the other night, a couple weeks ago, the Cellar's taken a lot of heat from people who were not necessarily customers.
Right.
You know, people on, you know, the other side of the country or whatever. And we didn't, you know, we never had that kind of thing happen before.
No. Well, I'll tell you this, and I did not know this, and maybe you do. Comedians have gone up against Louis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was talking to some
comedians have said this guy should not be able to ever perform again.
Yeah, I mean, I taught, you know, they all come.
You know, if you're a murderer, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. But if you're a murderer, you go to jail and they let you off, whatever, 20 years later. And you try to get a job as a busboy. And if the guy says, I'm not hiring that guy, he murdered, you know, and you go, but he did his penance, you know, and now you give him a job. That's the humane thing to do. And people go, well, what about the murdered person? And you go, well, of course, he got worse. You know,
yeah,
the guy that lost his life, he's doing worse. But it doesn't mean you can't forgive or it's impossible to forgive. I also don't feel anyone owes me an apology in public. You know, I think personally that you owe an apology to anybody that you did ill to. You owe an apology to people that your actions hurt in a financial way or an emotional way, but nobody owes me an apology, you know.
So that's where your shock about comedians comes from.
Yeah, because I don't understand why they're so, you know. I guess I just don't understand how there can be no rules. You know, if the rules are drawn out and set down, then that's one thing. But you know, I always thought the audience would decide whether you're an objectionable comic or even a good comic. You know, and so Louis went up here at the Comedy Cellar, and the audience let him know. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but if the audience don't like him, then the club won't book him. I mean, that's how things work. And you know, just because your heart can break for more than one person at the same time, you know, and and a person can do a bad thing, and you can feel sorry for that person while feeling worse for the person that had the bad thing done to them. This is all so self-evident. It's hard for me to unpack, but I wanted to use the word unpack.
Well, you know, we also always think of comedians being 100% free speech and stuff like that. And I don't know whether you followed this at the New Yorker Festival, but they had Steve Bannon booked to come in and do an interview, and all the big comedians said, I'm not going to be there if somebody interviews Steve Bannon. And, you know, and it wasn't a thing of, hey, we're giving an award to Steve Bannon, but it was a chance for somebody from the New Yorker to interview him, and who knows what direction that would have went into. But people like Judd Apatow and I'm trying to think of who, Patton Oswalt I know was in it, and even Jimmy Fallon, they all said, well, we won't perform. We won't come and do the panel. And I'm always surprised by that angle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel, my brother's a foreign correspondent, and he did a 4-year documentary on neo-Nazis, and he interviewed all of the neo-Nazis in the world, from the Ernst Zundel all the way up to David Irving, and he didn't become a Nazi, you know, at all.
Right.
And so I think people go, you know, I certainly wouldn't be a Nazi by hearing this, but Americans, you know, other than me, Americans are just people that will believe whatever they hear, and I think that's nonsense, you know. I think that if there was a Nazi, a person could go watch him because it seems like an entertaining thing, you know. Just the same way you listen to a guy screaming on the corner of the street. You stop and listen to him.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I would agree with you, except for I learned from your show that Adam was in a cult for 3 years. So I guess some people are easily molded.
I just want to stress it was not a Nazi cult.
You know, these cult leaders, they have a good gig going.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all fall for the same trap, which is they start fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And if you just,
not in that cult either.
you know, you have a good life.
Yeah.
People show up, they give you all your worldly
everything.
goods. You got all the money, and then you start having sex with the ladies. Then, drunk with power, you're not even gay. You start having sex with the men as well. And, you know, and then people go, hey, I was watching Fred fuck your wife the other day, and I was thinking, any chance he's not Jesus?
Best of luck with those projects.
Thank you, Conan.
Norm, thanks so much. I don't know what's happened here tonight, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love you, baby.
Norm MacDonald, everyone, right back. Jim Gaffigan's here. Hilarious, man. We'll see you in a second.
You don't even care what I'm saying.
Oh, it's excellent.
Local ones, huh?
You mean local for L.A.?
I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm off the clock.
Plus, I go shopping on Craigslist. What's that mean?
Did you see the show before you came out?
I had to have a huge
Ready to do this? So what?
This is local. Chuck and Sue. had to say
I
it,
hope
yeah.
none of you have anywhere to go in the next hour. Ready? You all set? You think you got it under control? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Shoot a local promo, huh? All right, here we go.
Wait, this is not a local one.
No, this one says, "Hey, everybody."
The least local one you
hey,
could have.
everybody. It's, yeah, something an idiot says when he comes in the room. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. Norm.
You go to a bar tonight. That's what you say when you go to a bar tonight after the show. Hey, everybody, we've got a great show.
What's wrong with you? What are you touching me for? Why are you touching me? Hey, everybody, we got a great show tonight with NORM MACDONALD, comedian Jim Gaffigan, and musical guest Nico Case. Plus, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Should be hugging.
In my peripheral vision, it looked like you were making out, and I got distracted. That's what it looked like to me.
We were trying to add something to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's jazz up this promo a little bit. Hey, everybody.
Nah, come on, we'll do it. I'm sorry. It's like the after party.
Yeah, I know. Hey, everybody, we got a great show tonight with NORM MACDONALD, comedian Jim Gaffigan, and musical guest Nico Case. Plus, I go shopping on Craigslist. It's a great show coming up right after the news.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine.
I was thinking that the new comedians, like Jim Gaffigan, what is it called when you say a joke and then refer to it?
Oh,
Some sort of
I don't know
meta.
what it's called, but yeah, everybody's just.
What are they
doing
doing?
that.
Kind of explain what they do.
Well, what they do is they're basically saying what Jim does is he's telling you what the audience's reaction
So give
to
an
that
example.
joke is. So it's like you know.
The joke, it's not the joke part isn't important. You can talk about the Care Bears, but you just say the.
Okay, so he's like, you know, I like Samuel. Something the punchline Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, I don't care for him. He's not a good actor. Something like that.
Sometimes beauty's distracting too. Like Halle Berry, she is so beautiful. But whenever she's in a movie, I find it hard to follow the plot. Like when she was in Monsters Ball playing that poverty-stricken woman, the entire time I was watching the movie, I was like, well, why doesn't she just become a model?
But isn't that he said he was commenting on his own act, not on Samuel L.
That's
Jackson?
what he's. Oh yeah, but he's talking about the. Why does this? All right, so he'll be talking about like cheeseburgers. I love about mini muffins is you can eat fucking 12 of them. Oh, he just keeps talking about food. Why is he talking about food so much? Yes. He does that.
And now this has become a kind of a standard since.
Since he did it, it's like everybody.
Try and be a good dad. I sat the older three down and I explained to them that the new baby does not mean I love them any less. But I will have to let one of them go. So if anyone knows of a toddler rescue, maybe we could get Sarah McLachlan to do the commercial. I don't like that joke at all. Why would he put that joke in this special? 4 kids. Bedtime is a crisis. That's why I'm here right now.
I saw Gilbert do that 20 years ago, where he was his own father watching his act.
Yeah.
And he put on a pair of glasses.
I've been doing that for years, way before they had a name for it.
I had no idea.
He would say a joke, and then he'd put on his glasses, he'd be his father, and not care for the joke. Right?
That's brilliant.
What do you have to say now?
I mean, I'm not a good,
Anything.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's like...
Gilbert is not looking at your slow burn that you've been trying to perfect.
It's not, I mean...
Are you all right?
What happened?
Well, you're all right, sir. Now, everything's going to be fine.
I saw white light and I felt this inner peace.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was going to heaven. But then that guy from that horrible movie Rhinestone showed up.
What? It's Frank Stallone. He's trying to help us.
Don't move. There's an ambulance coming, please.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Oh, it's okay.
He's not that kind. Did you see Cobra?
You know, that movie actually got very screwed up in the editing. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
I just remembered staying alive.
Oh, hey, come on. Look, you'll be fine. You're just a little shaken up, okay?
Oh, great. I don't know which is worse, being in this accident or being helped by the star of Judge Dredd.
Listen, he's trying to be nice.
Yeah, okay, fine. How are you doing, madam?
My arm hurts.
Oh, really? Can you move your fingers?
Oh, God, Paradise Alley stopped. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, don't be sorry. The guy stole 2 hours of your life.
Oh, come on. That's enough. I'm trying to help you.
Let me ask you something. What were you thinking when you made Over the Top?
What?
Over the Top? I mean, you had to arm wrestle the guy for the custody of your son, for God's sake.
Just save your energy.
I mean, did you actually get that script and go around telling people, hey, this is a good one?
Oh, come on, just drop it, please.
No, you're right, you know. It was an excellent movie, now that I think about it. After all, you know, it does combine the emotional drama of a custody child hearing with arm wrestling.
That's enough! Shut up!
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You're punching car accident victims.
No, you don't understand. He was bad-mouthing my films.
The man is injured and he happens to think Tango and Cash is jackass, so you hit him?
He didn't mention Tango and Cash, okay?
Please, somebody just help my husband.
I think this guy's dying.
All right, everyone clear. I'm losing him.
Stop, or my mom will shoot. Stop.
So, on Weekend Update, when you anchored, Frank Stallone was often the punchline. Did he know it was coming, or did you ever talk to him afterwards?
But I talked to his brother, Sylvester Stallone, who hosted the show, and he was like, what the fuck with Frank? And so I said, you know, it's a complete non sequitur. It's ridiculous, you know. And so he told me, you know, he says, the thing with Frank is, you know, after Rocky, he decided to become a boxer. So, you know, he'd go in the ring with it. He'd say like the Italian stallion's brother. He goes, every boxer in Philadelphia just beat the shit out of him. He goes, you've never been right since, and I feel guilty about it. He says, if you could just lay off him for a while. And I was like, no. So I never did another job.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try, and we both got our own problems, but I still try.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone.